Captain Mark Radcliffe with Fishbones Charters here on the infamous Fishbones. It's a 42-foot ocean yacht. It's been around for a while, but structurally it's a 42-foot boat that just can't be beat. She's been highly customized and just a really nice riding boat in most any kind of sea conditions. What I want to talk to you about is here obviously is the fighting chair in the cockpit. This is where most all of our work is done during the course of the day. We like to cater to all fishermen, any kind of fishermen, guys with experience, folks with experience, and folks without. And we do take pride in taking their novices and spending the time to teach them the correct way to catch these bigger fish out in the ocean. Well, right here we have the 80-pound gear, 80-pound rods and reels. Now this is just a small selection of a vast count of rods and reels that we have for any kind of fishing conditions. And these 80-pound rods and reels right in here is what we'll be using for the bluefins and sharks in June and July, and also for blue marlin fishing. We'll use the bigger stuff there. Over here we go to the 50-pound weight, and we'll use this as well for the smaller bluefin tunas and sharks, also tuna, yellowfin tunas, wahoo maybe. And here we're down to the 25-pound and 30-pound gear, and we'll use these for marlins, white marlins, also wahoo, dolphin, such like that. So that's kind of what I want to hit on. We do cater again to families. We love to have families aboard, young ones and older ones as well. Handicap is not a problem. We'll bring you on and we will work with you and see what we can do about catching you some fish. As well, children, we love to have children on board. We really do take care to make sure that they have a good time. So we're all about having a good time there with these folks. Okay, we're inside the Fishbones right now. We're in the salon area. It's pretty comfortable. As you can see, we've got plenty of seating for up to 6 people comfortably. Rod racks, we have a microwave in here, refrigerator, DVDs, CDs, and television where you can bring your DVDs and even VHS and play whatever you want on the way to the fishing grounds. There's always, typically it's an hour or more getting to the fishing grounds, so we have a little relaxation time in the morning, but you can see it's quite comfortable. 2 berths down below, a nice head with shower. So all the comforts of home. Of course, it's air conditioned, and also heat if necessary in the fall and in the early spring. So it's quite comfortable in here. Never had any complaints. So this is the vessel that you'd be on the way to the fishing grounds, and hopefully box full of fish back there on the way home. Okay, here we are back in the cockpit again. This right in here is our fish box. We'll put fish in there, and I have an ice maker aboard here. It makes chipped ice up to 500 pounds a day. It goes directly into the fish box there to make sure that your catch is nicely iced and kept cool, so when we get back in at the end of the day it's nice and fresh. As well, we have right here is where we keep all of our bait. Now what I do in the winter time is go to Florida and we actually catch our own bait. So know that when you get on the Fishbones, you're going to have the best bait value, mullet, such like that, available up and down the eastern seaboard. So we keep our bait in here, we'll do our rigging there, and obviously there's a ladder that'll take you up in the bridge. But it's all quite comfortable here, plenty of room, and then let's go to the bridge from there. Okay, let's go up in the bridge and talk about that for a minute or so. We have a complement of all kinds of electronics up there. We have a 64-mile radar, we have bottom finders, fish finders, we have GPS chart plotters, and just imagine anything that you can imagine that we would need is top-of-the-line electronics right up in there. You're welcome to come up with us, and once we get to the fishing grounds and spend some time up there, you have a better view of what's going on, and we will do some filming up there if that's what you want to do. So that's pretty much the layout. There's plenty of seating up there for anybody that likes to come up and hang out with the captain. All right, folks, and then we'll talk about what propels this vessel. She's got a pair of 450 horsepower Cummins turbo diesels, and they are very economical, and the boat cruises at a nice comfortable 25 knots, will top out at 28 knots. So we can get back and forth to the fishing grounds in good time, and normally our fishing will go, depending on the year, every year is different, but we can go anywhere from 20 miles offshore to as much as 50 miles offshore. So we can actually go from anywhere from inside of an hour to 2 hours at the outside. But at least we have good power. We'll also have a diesel powered generator that provides all the electrical when we're not tied up to the dock here, or not on dock power. And we have a 7 kilowatt Northern Lights generator that will operate the cooling, the air conditioning, the heating, what have you, and all the electrical functions on the boat. So we never have to worry about that when we're offshore. All the luxuries of home, but just out in the ocean. All right, here we are in closing, folks. I do want to hit on a couple of things. Be assured that when you fish with us in the Fishbones, that we are giving 100% on a daily basis. There's nobody in Ocean City, no charter captain in Ocean City, that's going to work harder to catch you fish than me, guarantee it. Now, the fishing season, the sharks will first start showing up the end of May, through May, and through the whole month of June is probably your best bet if you're interested in shark fishing. Now, towards the middle of June, end of June, you'll start seeing some tuna fish show up, and some bluefins. Typically, we'll see some of those. We get a nice piece of water that rolls in off the Gulf Stream or something like that. We can see other species, but typically that's what you're going to see in June, the end of June, some tunas. And by the end of June, the 1st of July, we'll start seeing a bluefin. Tuna's the bigger fish. They're here for about a month to 6 weeks, sometimes 2 months. But July is probably the best month for that. And of course, by then we'll start seeing a couple marlins here and there. Water hopefully will warm up by then. We'll be into the dolphins, and as you get through July into August, then August you'll have all the species available except for the sharks. They're normally moved north by then, and we'll see more yellowfins than bluefins, but the marlins will be here, the dolphins, and wahoo. And so we're available for fishing from the end of May right straight on through the summer, and actually up to the end of October. And tournaments, if anybody's interested in tournaments, we have a good record in tournaments. The Fishbones has brought in over $1 million in winnings and in tournaments, so we consider ourselves to be fairly competitive there. We have tournaments for tuna fishing, tournaments for marlin, wahoo, pretty much any kind of species, and so there's categories in all these tournaments too. So if you're into competitive fishing, that's always a lot of fun. Look us up and give us a call on that. You can call at 888-460-2669. It's our toll-free number, or you can get on the website www.fishbones.net. Love to have you aboard. We're located here at the beautiful Ocean City Fishing Center in Ocean City, Maryland. Slip B5 is a premier marina on the East Coast, and easy to find right here. Available 24/7 from the end of May right through October.